You argue with a stranger online. You know you're right. They know they're right. Neither of you is lying. Neither of you is stupid. Only one of you can be correct. But the real answer isn't dishonesty. It's a brain that was never built to find truth. It was built to feel certain, whether or not certainty was earned. Here are 7 ways that shows up, and you'll start noticing them everywhere, including in yourself. The first is confirmation bias. In the 1960s, psychologist Peter Wason found that once people form a guess, they stop testing it and start defending it, searching only for evidence that confirms what they already believe. Your brain isn't graded on accuracy. It's graded on how certain you appear, even to yourself. The second is illusory superiority. Ask a room of drivers to rate their skill against average, and most rate themselves above it. Half of any group has to be below average. Almost nobody feels like that half. You see your own intentions, you only see everyone else's results. The third is the Dunning-Kruger effect. In 1999, psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger found that people who scored lowest on tests of logic and grammar rated their own performance the highest. Why would knowing less make you feel more certain? Because noticing your own mistakes takes the same skill as avoiding them. Without that skill, the errors stay invisible to the person making them. The fourth is hindsight bias. Researcher Baruch Fishoff found that once people learn an outcome, they believe they knew it all along, even when their earlier predictions say otherwise. Your memory isn't a recording. It's a rewrite, quietly edited every time you recall it. The fifth is the availability heuristic, described by Amos Tversky and Daniel Kahneman. Your brain judges how likely something is by how easily examples come to mind, not by actual odds. Plane crashes feel more dangerous than car crashes simply because they're more memorable. The sixth is the backfire effect. Clear evidence against a belief should change minds. Often it does the opposite because a challenge to your belief can register like a threat, and threats trigger defense, not reflection. The seventh is overconfidence itself, the effect sitting underneath all the others. When people say they're 90% certain, they're wrong far more than 10% of the time. Here's the twist. None of this makes you careless or anyone else foolish. These shortcuts exist because for most of human history, they worked. Fast judgment beats slow accuracy when hesitation could get you killed. The problem isn't that your brain evolved to feel sure of itself. The problem is the modern world keeps asking it slow, layered questions, and it keeps answering them like a predator just moved in the grass. That's why the internet feels like an argument nobody wins. Everyone insisting they're right is running the exact same confidence system you are. So what actually helps? Not more confidence, less certainty about your certainty. Researchers call this calibration, asking not, am I right, but how sure should I actually be, given what I really know? You argue with a stranger online. You still think you're right, but maybe now you notice the machinery underneath that feeling, instead of just trusting it.